Hello, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you have seen the video that came out last Wednesday around about FM25 and, of course, our channel update. If you haven't, I suggest you go back and watch it. But today we have two games for you. It's the Eredivisie Matchday 11, and then we have the second match day in the UEFA Conference League league phase. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode number 61 of Going Dutch, as we try and turn around a Dutch side that's been relegated from the Eredivisie, in this case Waalwijk, to return them to the top flight, leaving them as an established side. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you a game in match day 11 in the Eredivisie. It's SC Heerenveen that we play. We're playing both these games at home, I believe, and then we are home to Maccabi Haifa in the UEFA Conference League league phase match day 2, and we'll bring you up to date with all that's been going on. I do apologise if you haven't seen the video that came out last Wednesday. I do apologise that we've had a little bit of a gap. I've been unwell. We seem to have sorted ourselves out a little bit now and got ourselves back on track, but there are some changes to the channel in as much as the schedule that we're putting out. And I think if you've not seen that video, I suggest probably the best thing to do is go back and have a look at it. I'll make sure that there's a link put into the video. What we do need to do is have a look and see what's been happening. Nothing happened since the last time that you were with us. In fact, we haven't played any games. Last time out, no, it seems a little while ago now, TSG Hoffenheim in the first match day of the Conference League league phase, 2-2 draw, and then we played FC20, which we managed to beat 2-1. Ori Romney getting a brace on 55 and 56. That was after Tony Villa give FC20 the lead and a half-time lead, 1-0 in that game, but we managed to turn it around in the second half. At the end of the last episode, we did actually sit top of the table, just ahead of Feyenoord by 1 point, having got a game in hand over PSV and Ajax, because they played an early game. More about that in due course. So we are a point ahead of Feyenoord, PSV and Ajax, all on 21 points. Today's opponents are down in 16th place. They've not won in their last 4 games, only won 1 in their last 5, only won 2 games all season, and are sitting in 16th place on 6 points as it currently stands. Before all that happens, though, we do have 2 games to play. We have a game against NEC Nijmegen and FC Emmen. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to have the highlights, the goal highlights of both those games. Peter with a corner. It's swung deep. It's headed clear, though. But whoever is out there sweeps the ball back across. Peter has got the ball. He's come down in the area, but I think he fell over more than tripped. Romney on the ball. Peter again. Peter crossed this ball in. Stewart! Ross Stewart, his 10th goal of the season, and on 11 minutes, we take a 1-0 lead. Romney recycling that ball. Blocked first time by Dulashi. But it hung up nicely for Stewart to get up above the 2 defenders. 17 minutes on the clock. Whoever trying to get that ball through didn't make it. And ball given away. We've beaten them the last 3 times we've played them here at the Mandermakers. Having said that, we've never had a clean sheet against them. Beat them, or got a result in the last 3 games, and we're not going to get a clean sheet today either. El Faldi, the scorer on 19 minutes. And Bergstrom not getting at it. Ibrahim. And it was well worked. You could almost see what was happening. That highlight from the restart. Stewart to Latonda. Romney. Rosier. All level then. And as I said, not another clean sheet today. They are currently in 17th place, as we know. And as I say, unbeaten against them in 3. And we've only ever lost at their place. Stewart on it again. And Stewart puts it away. His second goal of the game. And almost, oh, in fact, it was no goals going down to them. We'll see it again from behind. And literally from the restart, we are back in front. Stanovic heading it to Stewart. Stewart fires this ball and it comes off of this player here. Sandler took a deflection, but still beat the goalkeeper. 49 minutes on the clock. And they have a throw in and come away with the ball. Through the lines. Be careful. We know that they can strike at the most unopportune moments. Roofs. And the ball should have been cut out there, but Ibrahim is in. Good save by Bergstrom. Big, strong fist pushed that wide. It was going in. And Paulinho with an outswinger. It's going to be deep. Back post headed away by Stewart, actually. Stanovic is there. We'll see. This save now from Bergstrom. Might have made a mistake for the first one, but he was well on this one. He was in. Bergstrom making the target a little smaller. And as you see, stuck his arm out, pushed it wide. Going on this near side for Nijmegen. Rosier. Varro to Stewart. Stewart through to Peter. Peter has put it away. His second goal of the season. And we take a 3-1 lead on 64 minutes. Good ball. Varro through to Stewart. Stewart to Peter. Peter steadying himself and beats Roos. 77 o'clock. Dranbev, who's come on, throws into Van der Beek. Vessels back to Van der Beek. Back to Vessels. Through to Varro. Varro finds Peter, who gives the ball away. And Paulinho comes forward, but it's cut out by Varro. And it's given away again. Quite sure what's going on there. Katabac, but Masudi tidies up. Varro launches one, looking for Hansen. Didn't find him, but Dranbev managing to tidy up. Hansen out to Peter. Peter comes forward. He hasn't got the support there in the middle at the moment. Rosier to Varro. Varro through to Hansen. Hansen out wide to Dranbev. Dranbev into the area, but he's crossed this in. Hansen pulls it back. And Ross Stewart gets his hat-trick, 11th goal. In fact, it's not his hat-trick because he didn't score the second one, did he? It was an own goal in the end. So his second goal of the game for Stewart gives us a 4-1 lead on 79 minutes. Dranbev and Hansen, two of the substitutes working well. And Stewart putting it away. 81 on the clock. Peter with a corner. This one deep. Back post. And Ross Stewart does get his hat-trick. 12th goal of the season. And on 82 minutes, we take a 5-1 lead. See it again. It was a plumb perfect corner from Peter. Got there. Stewart again. Well, in fact, he was above 3 defenders this time. And Roof's nowhere near it. And it's all over. 5-1 win, 2-1 at half-time. Ross Stewart getting a hat-trick. Sandler, an own goal on 20 minutes. The other goal scored by Peter on 64 minutes. A consolation goal from El Feldi on 19 minutes gave them the chance to get level. But of course, with that own goal just a minute later, put the lid on that one. Player of the match for Ross Stewart. One key pass, one clear-cut chance, one assist and 3 goals he scored. Peter having 2 assists, 3 key passes and 2 clear-cut chances. Plus he scored. So he did extremely well today as it stands. Stats-wise, 18 shots, 8 on target, 3.05 at 56% of the possession. Nijmegen had 4 shots, 3 on target, and 44% of the possession. We move on, and we have our second goal highlight of the episode. One minute in, and a goal kick from FC Emmen. It's headed down by Rosier to Romney. Peter finds whoever. Can he get this ball in? He can. Inside to Peter. Peter creates some space, and Peter gets his 3rd goal of the season. And inside 2 minutes, we take a 1-0 lead. We're not top of the table for nothing. And we need to keep winning. Feyenoord breathing down our necks, and they're not going to let up. Highlight from the restart. Hope that doesn't bode badly. It did last time out, of course. Well, not badly, but it was profit to us. And they're coming through. Need to cut them out. Come on. Force them back for a minute, but that's through to Bergstrom. Bergstrom falls on it. Rolls it out to Vessels, who's planted himself in that back 3 very, very well. Latonda, Hansen, Van der Beek. Romney now on the ball. Moving the ball around nicely. Hansen cutting inside to Peter. Rosier. Chips one over for Peter into the area, and it's guided in by Ross Stewart. A question whether he was offside. If he's onside, it's his 13th goal of the season. VAR checking it, and he was offside. It's been disallowed. Back to 1-0. He went too early. Yeah, you can see it now. He's way offside. Way offside. 61 minutes on the clock, and they have a free kick. Smeets over the ball. And it's come back off the woodwork and cleared for a corner. Ajax drawing with Sparta Rotterdam. Hilterman swings this one in. It's headed away by Latonda, but only as far as Lammers. And beaten and set up Smeets. Right in the corner. Smeets is robbed by whoever. Rosier to Varro. We're on a counter now. Boo Masudi, who's come on, finds Peter. Peter now trying to create a bit of space. He's got whoever in support, as always. Whoever inside to Varro. Varro, we haven't seen much of him today. Whoever now just needs to cross this in. I'm not sure what he was trying to do. No more highlights in this game, and that goal from Peter in just 2 minutes has won us the game 1-0 at half-time. Peter, the scorer, 14 shots, 7 on target, 2.03, 60% of the possession. They've had 13 shots, 6 of which have been on target. Bergstrom having a good day in goal, 0.95 and 40% of the possession. Whoever picking up the player of the match, 4 key passes, 2 clear-cut chances and an assist for Peter. It's been a grinding result, but it's a result all the same, and hopefully keeps us top of the table. So with those 2 results, it extends our unbeaten run to 15 and 11 in the Eredivisie as it currently stands, with our game against Heerenveen today, and puts us in quite good position as it stands. Let's have a look at the table. And here is the table. And we are top after 10 games. I say 11 games. That can't be right. I need to check that again. 28 points on the board. Just that one game where we dropped points against Fortuna Sittard. But our form is very, very good. Feyenoord, of course, having won 9, lost just the one. And the one game that they've lost was against us. So had it not been for virtue of that draw, we would have been well in advance. But PSV also not lost this season. They've won 7 and drawn 3. They are in third place on 24 points. 4 points adrift of us. 3 points adrift of Feyenoord. Ajax are in fourth on 22. 6 points adrift now. And FC Utrecht outside the European places on 19 points. Some 9 points adrift at the bottom of the table. It's Nijmegen, Sittard and FC Emmen. Right, one bit of news incoming for you. We have finally managed to do a deal for Jay Stansfield. If we go here, is the detail. He's agreed to come and join the club, and we've had him in for a while on trial and been trying to smooth him. Couldn't bring him in, of course, because of the problem with the finances. As you remember, we have a transfer budget, a minus transfer budget, and obviously signing on fees come out of there, and we had no money to pay the sign on fee. So we've bumped everything up a little bit on the basis that to get him in through the door, and basically not giving him a signing on fee, but we've upped his wages significantly to cover that. And the other thing that we've done is we've added a goal bonus. So he's on quite big bonuses for scoring goals, which we hope he will do. And yeah, so that's how we've managed to get him through the door as it is. We're about to accept this, which means that we have backup to Stuart. So I think Stuart and Stansfield will be sort of flick-flacking between the two. The only thing we can't do, of course, and I'm pretty sure we can't do, is we can't change the European setup as it stands at the minute. So Jay Stansfield won't be appearing in any of the European games until we get through to the winter break and the next transfer window. So that is how we stand going into today's games. We've got a few days down to the game against Heerenveen, and we'll be back just ahead of that. So you come back and join me on Matchday, and we do have Stansfield in. I haven't really checked at the moment to see whether we can get him into the European squad. I'm pretty sure that we can't. We do need to give him a number, though. Jay Stansfield, he has the option for the number 9 shirt, and we've given him the number 9 shirt. I think it's only fair and reasonable. So he will start as our new number 9. Heerenveen are our opponents then today. And as you will see, we've played them 6 times, won 5, lost just the once. That was at the Mandermakers in the Eredivisie back in 2024. A 2-0 loss on that occasion. Niklascu and Kohart, the scorers on that occasion. Since then, we have beaten them on all occasions. Twice at the Mandermakers and twice at their place at the Abbey Lanstra Stadium. Last time out, it was a 5-3 win. Ross Stewart getting a hat-trick. We know he can score hat-tricks. A tester scoring the other one. An own goal from Machida. And they scored 3 goals, 61, 83 and 90. I think at half-time. Does it give us a half-time score here? I'm not sure it does. I'm not sure why it does. But we were 1, 2, 3, 4 up at half-time. 4-0, in fact. And they came back, made it 4-1 after 61. We made it 5-1 after 61. And then they scored on 83 and 90 to make it 5-3. Don't want such a high-scoring game today. It'd be nice if we could keep another clean sheet, if at all possible. Would be rather splendid, to say the least. One match has been played in the Eredivisie. If we go back Feyenoord have played Ajax. They have beaten Ajax by 1-0 to take the top spot as it currently stands. We can get back on top if we win today, but we do need to win the other key games. PSV are playing Vitesse in the early kickoff, and AZ are playing Utrecht in the late kickoff. We're playing in the mainstream kickoffs this afternoon. Let's go and have a look at the team then that will face today's opponents, Heerenveen. And here is the side that faces SC Heerenveen in this Eredivisie Matchday 11. Bergstrom is in goal, then it's Van der Beek, Vessels and Rosier as our defensive line. Latonda and whoever as the wing-backs. Varro continues between them. Stanovic comes in to replace Hansen, who didn't have a particularly good game starting last time out. Peter is on the right. Romney continues between them two, and he is sat behind Jay Stansfield, who makes his debut up front leading the attack today. The bench looks like this: Setford, Drambev, Leveld, Rekic, Elatim, Zappi, Toure, Simmons, Lakessa, Boumassoudi, Hansen and Ross Stewart. And here we are back at the Manor Makers. Won our last 3 on the trot, 4 of our last 5, drawn the other one. And we face Heerenveen, lost 4 of their last 5 and 1-1. Playing a 4-2-3-1 today. We are in second as it is, but we do have that game to play against Heerenveen in 13th on 9 points. Peter with a corner, swung in, sort of headed back out, but Peter picks it up again. Peter's in the area. Rosier, Varro has a shot from distance, gone wide. Defending this time, 13 minutes on the clock. Peter comes away with it. Peter goes round his man. Peter, he's in a rich vein of form at the moment. Whoever, looking for Stanovic, didn't find him. Latonda wins that ball. Romney's come back off the woodwork. Peter, another corner. 26 on the clock. And it's Rosier getting up, heading his 3rd goal of the season to give us a lead on 27 and plant us back on top of the table. Another corner. This one to the near post. Stansfield here in the middle. And Rosier putting it away. Latonda with a throw-in. Coming on to the half-hour mark. Latonda crosses this deep. Goalkeeper collects, though. No put. Throws it out to Hendricks. Shabani. And they're coming through the lines. Van Zier. And I think a save made by Bergstrom. Putting it wide. Keep his sheet clean as it stands at the minute. Half-hour mark then. And the corner is headed away by Latonda. It's recycled. And we've not cleared it. Latonda off his feet wins that ball. And I think the highlight has actually finished now. Disrupted them. And again, Bergstrom being big and strong. Stuck his arm out, put it wide. And half-time comes. We have a slender lead at half-time. They have had 3 shots, 3 of which have been on target, 0.40 and 62% of the possession. We are very lax in possession in this game. We've had 6 shots, 2 on target, 0.43 and 38% of the possession. We are in front by virtue of that corner from Peter that Rossier put away on 27 minutes. We need to be better in the second half, though. And with 67 on the clock, we are making 3 changes. Up front, Stewart comes on to replace Jay Stansfield, who's not had the best of starts. He's been firing all cylinders in reserves and what have you. And, well, a bit disappointing. but it's early days for him, of course. And then two players who had picked up yellow cards. Patrick Varro, he's tiring as well, been replaced by Elatim. And the other change that we made is Filip Stanovic has come off and is replaced by Emil Hansen. And still devoid of highlights in this second half. 82 minutes on the clock, making our final two changes. Thierry Latonda is replaced by Alexander Drambev. And the other change that we've made is we've taken off Oli Romney and replaced him with Ilyas Abumasudi. They have a free kick, and it's through. Bergstrom falls on it. 85 minutes on the clock. Rolls it out to Rosier. Rosier on the ball. Back to Bergstrom. Van der Beek. Out wide to Drambev. First highlight of this second half, of course. And Drambev comes forward, having come on. Crossed this ball in, looking for Peter. Couldn't put it away, though. And they have a counter on. It's going to be cut out. And it was a good run by Drambev, stretching his legs, put the defence under all sorts of problems. And Peter just couldn't get goal side of his defender. And the defender managing to save it. And they cleared the lines. Fired up field to Bergstrom. Vessels. Elatim. It's run through. Hansen, Drambev, and to Hansen. It's come off the post. It's still alive, though. Whoever. Can he cross this ball in? He puts it into the area. It's in the back of the net. And that man that's come on, Ross Stewart, his 13th goal of the season. Excuse me. And on 89 minutes, I think we take an unassailable 2-goal lead. And we continue our unbeaten form to 11 matches in the Eredivisie. Drambev with a throw-in. He's made a difference since he's come on. Drambev, Hansen. Van der Beek. Vessels. Van der Beek over the top to Hansen. Oof. Nearly. And it's all over. A 2-0 win. Rosier on 27. Ross Stewart come on as substitute and scored on 89 minutes. Turned it around somewhat, pulled the possession back a little bit, and we finished the game on a high. Whoever picking up a player of the match again, he's had two really stonking games, and our second clean sheet in a row as well, as I think. 2 key passes, 2 clear-cut chances, 1 assist for whoever, an 8.1 for him. A good day at the office. 12 shots, 4 on target, 2.38 and 44% of the possession. Heerenveen had 4 shots, 3 on target, 0.48 and 56% of the possession. We kept them to just 1 shot, which wasn't on target in that second half. Let's go and have a look and see how that's left us in the table. So, as we already know, Feyenoord beating Ajax by a 1-0, which put them top for a short while, a day or so. They are in second on 30 points. Still that one loss for the season against us. They have a goal difference of plus 21. We are back on top by virtue of today's results. PSV beating Vitesse by 1-0 to keep the gap to just 4 points behind us. And then FC Emmen, who are on the bottom, have won a game. Won the first game of the season against Almere City, a 2-0 win for them. Graafschap beating Nijmegen by 2-1. Zwolle beating Volendam 2-1. Sittard 1-0 against 20. We had that 2-0 win against Heerenveen, of course. Sparta Rotterdam 3. Roda Kerkrade 1. AZ 2. Utrecht 2. Table looks like this then. We are top on 31. Feyenoord second on 30. PSV are third on 27. Ajax fourth on 22. We are 11 points clear of Utrecht, who are in 5th place, just outside the European places. Down the bottom, Almere City in the relegation playoff spot on 8 points, on the same amount of points as Volendam. Nijmegen in 17th on 7. Emmen on the bottom on 4 points. We have 4 days down to the game against Maccabi Haifa in the UEFA Conference League league phase Matchday 2. We'll come back just ahead of that game. Well, here we are on match day, and one round of games been played, this being the second round. Currently, we are 16th in the league phase. Of course, just a reminder that all those in green will go through. They get a bye through the next round. Then from 9 to 24 will end up in a playoff scenario. And then having got past that, then we'll end up in the last 16 and play the top 8. The 8 that get through from this. Anybody in the black area will go out. So we want to remain no lower than down here. But ideally, want to try and get up in this green if we can. A long way to go. Bournemouth, of course, up near the top there. The final is in Hampden Park. Holders are Newcastle. So that's all to wear itself out, as it were. Right, let's see how the team then that will face Maccabi Haifa, who won their opening game of the competition, beat Fenerbahce by 2-1. And, well, they're not a pushover by any chalk of the imagination. And this is how we line up against Maccabi Haifa in this UEFA Conference League league phase match day 2. And the side is a very familiar side. Bergstrom continues in goal. He's on reasonable form at the moment. Van der Beek, Rekic and Rosier are defensive line. Rekic coming in for Vessels, who is quite tired. He's obviously had a lot of games and played very well, but Rekic gets a start in front of him today. Drambev makes a start on the left, having come on in the last match and made a big impact when he came on. Whoever continues on that right side, he's had 2 player of the matches in a row on that right side. Varro continues in that midfield. Latonda on the left, playing slightly advanced today, with Peter on the right of the attacking midfield. Romney is sat between them, and Stewart is restored to the attack for 2 reasons. One, because Stansfield didn't have a very good start on his first game, on his debut against Heerenveen, but also he is also not registered for this competition due to the fact that the window has closed. So he's going to have to sit out these games between now and the winter break, which means Stewart will get, generally, unless he's injured or whatever, will get the nod in front of anybody else. So the bench looks like this then. It's Setford, Stanovic, Lavelde, Vessels, Elatim, Zappi, Toure, Simmons, Lakessa, Boumassoudi, Hansen and Van Duren. And here we are back at the Manor Makers for this Conference League phase match day 2. Playing our usual formation, of course. And Maccabi Haifa playing a 4-2-3-1. Mordeheves, the striker up front, on their first match in the competition. We only managed a draw, of course. Nine minutes in, Romney with a free kick. Ooh. Goalkeeper made a point blank save, but I think he was offside. Is the call that was made. Headed on. I'm not sure who had. Only Romney took the free kick. I'm not sure who this is here, but it was headed on. Rekic getting the header away. Still not sure who that was. And goalkeeper making that point blank save, and the defender getting rid of. And in fact, just going back to that last highlight, apparently it was a free kick given because Stewart's blocked the goalkeeper's view. So that's apparently why that was. We have a free kick now. Latonda with the free kick. Swung in. Van der Beek is out there. Pulls it back for Varro. Varro to Rosier. Rosier finds whoever. Couldn't get it on target. Corner on this near side. 12 minutes on the clock. Peter with us in swinger. Nobody there though this time. Van der Beek to Romney. To Peter. Peter tried create a bit of space. Whoever. Varro! And it's gone over the top. 13 minutes on the clock. Let's hope we don't... through to Romney. Romney crossed this in and Stewart couldn't get it on target. Or has it gone for a corner? It's gone for a corner. Yeah, let's hope we don't sort of get upset because we missed these chances. Whoever to Varro, that short corner again. We've dropped down to 18th as it currently stands with other results going on. We need to be getting a lead and getting in front here. Through to Romney. And this was the clear-cut chance. And Stewart, I think, fired against this defender here. Sek. And a Beige with a free kick. 27, nearly 28 minutes on the clock. Romney to Latonda. Latonda squeezes it in. Stewart puts it away. His 14th goal of the season. And on 28 minutes, we do finally take the lead. Been a lot of chances not taken. And you just wondered whether we were going to, at some point, rue those missed chances. Drambev to Latonda. Latonda, that's a poor ball by Latonda. Well, it wasn't a poor ball. It was just, I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do with it. And Maccabi come away with it. And we've let him run all the way again. We've cleared it, though. And we have a counter on. Romney. And that ball looking for Stewart. But Peter brings that down nicely. Still alive. What's he going to do with this? Finds Latonda in space. Latonda now. Latonda, can he cross this in? He pulls it back for Varro, who gets his first goal of the season. I didn't realise he hadn't scored so far this season. And on 31 minutes, we take a 2-goal lead. 2 goals in 3 minutes. And from being sort of like a bit lacklustre, wondering whether we were going to rue our chances that we missed, we've now put 2 away and take a nice lead. Still peppering their goal. 10 shots on target to date. Latonda has both assists for the goals. 43 minutes. Latonda with a free kick. Sweeps this one in. And Stewart has the ball. Chips it back in. Oh, I'm not quite sure if that's come off the woodwork. Oh, and the goalkeeper saved that one. And it's gone out for a corner. They've just somehow or other managed to keep us at bay. Very, very odd. Oh, chances going begging here. And I think there was a chance for Latonda to get on the score sheet, actually. But we have the corner. 43 on the clock. Peter, near post. And it's gone over the top. And despite 2 minutes of added time at the end of that first half, we have been dominant. Just not put our chances away. And if we put a few more away, well... we should have at least had 3 goals according to the XG. 18 shots, 11 of which have been on target. 57% of the possession. They've had 2 shots, just the one on target, 0.13 and 43% of the possession. Yeah, definitely been a interesting first half. We have a quick look at the player stats for Haifa. Yeah, and I think looking at the rating of the goalkeeper, I think he's the one that's probably kept us at bay up until now. But we have a lead at half-time, and hopefully that's putting us in a good place. They made one change at half-time, whoever with a throw-in on 51 minutes. We have moved up to 7th place at half-time. Rosier for Rowe, another goal would possibly move us up again. Drambev, not seen much of him today. Swings that in, and Stewart puts away his 2nd goal of the game. 15th goal of the season. It could be offside, though. And VAR is looking at it. It's disallowed. He was offside. Will remain at 14 goals for the season. Drambev sitting this one up. Yeah, he's just... squeezed himself into an offside position. This ball fired forward. Bergstrom on it. 64 minutes near enough on the clock. Rosier, Rekic. Rekic out to Drambev. Drambev to Latonda. Latonda now finds Varro. Varro looking for a way through. Romney out to Drambev. Drambev on this wing. Pulls it inside. Romney through to Latonda. And Latonda gets a goal. Would be second, but again a question of offside when that ball was flicked through. And VAR looking at it again. No, he was onside, and Latonda's got a goal to add to his 2 assists. And on 65 minutes, we take a 3-goal lead. And I would say that's unassailable now. Definitely onside. You can see the lines now. There's the lines, and he's well onside, being played on by Stek. And with nearly 66 minutes on the clock, we're making a couple of changes. We have taken off Kai Gianna, whoever. He's had a couple of... He's been playing a lot of games just recently, and he's tiring out there today. He's played well again. Julian Leveld comes on to replace him. And then we have replaced Drambev, who's coming back from injury and can only play 75 minutes. We're on 66. So we've decided to change him. Varro moving out to the left for the moment, as Latonda's playing so well in that attacking midfield left position. And Jurgen Elatim comes on to replace Drambev. And Elatim with a corner, swung in, but right into the arms of the goalkeeper. 67 on the clock. Those changes made. Rosier heads that one down. And, well, we lost that ball. Oh, and who's this? Is this Varro, who's just gone as that right back? And we've got a little bit of a problem there. Inside, we've not seen them attacking, and that was blocked. And they've scored, not kept a clean sheet. Nishiri, the scorer. And of course, at a vulnerable time, we have moved up to 6th. But I think having just conceded that goal, we might drop back a bit on goal difference. It was blocked. Lovely block, but fell nicely for Nishiri. Another corner. Elatim with the corner. This time it swung in, but it was headed right into the arms of the goalkeeper once more. And this highlight has got a very similar pattern to it as the last one. We've dropped down to 7th. That was brought down nicely by Leveld this time. Rekic. As we go looking to try and get back on goal difference. Leveld. Elatim. Elatim goes out wide. Varro out there. Latonda. Oh, dearie me. The goalkeeper made a right haulix of that. Literally, Latonda gets his 2nd of the game and his 3rd of the season to give us a 3-goal gap again. And it was a lovely sweep out of Varro. Varro just played it into the path of Latonda. Latonda hit it, and the goalkeeper put his arm out and just deflected it into his own net. And with 81 minutes on the clock, making our final 3 changes, we have taken off Lorenz Rosier and brought on Tim Versels in the defensive line. Peter has come off. He's tiring. He's had a good day out there, though. Chris Lakessa comes on to replace him. And Patrick Varro, also tiring, had a good game, moved into that left-back position. Latonda drops back there, and Emil Hansen comes on to replace him. 89 minutes on, a goal kick. Headed forward. And Maccabi Haifa on the ball again. It's gone out wide. We don't want him to score another one. Not enough time to get back in. Danto. Oh, it's come back up. Whoa. I think Bergstrom was beaten there. And there are no more highlights. 4 minutes of extra time played. And we've ended up winning 4-1 against Maccabi Haifa. Stuart Varro, Latonda with a brace. And Latonda, I think, supplied the other 2 as well. So it actually contributed all 4 goals, 2 key passes, 2 clear-cut chances, 2 goals and 2 assists, a 9.7 for Thierry Latonda. Very, very good game for him. Everybody played reasonably well. Lucas Bergstrom only got a 6.8, but in the scheme of things, I think he did well. 29 shots we had, 17 of which were on target, 4.29 and 66% of the possession. They had 6 shots, just 2 on target, 0.56 and 34% of the possession. A comprehensive win you will not find anywhere else. Let's find out how that leaves us in the Conference League table. So after the second round of games in this UEFA Conference League phase, we are in 8th place. We've moved ourselves up into the green area by virtue of goal difference. We are top of the teams that have won 1 and drawn 1. Group of teams on 4 points, including Hoffenheim. So as it stands, we are there, as I say, on goal difference. And then just above us, there are 7 teams that have won both their opening games, including Olympique Marseille, Bournemouth, Puskás Akadémia, Panathinaikos, Atalanta, who we play game after next in the league, I think, Besiktas, Petrocub here in Hinesti, and then of course we're sandwiched between them and Hoffenheim, so not off to too bad a start. Well, that's got us through 16 games unbeaten in all competitions, 11 games unbeaten in the Eredivisie at the end of this episode. And we are coming back to face Ajax, currently in 4th place. Could open that gap up a little bit more if we can beat Ajax. Previous results against them have not been good. We've lost to them in the last 4 occasions, only beaten them once in the 7 times that we've played them in this series so far. A 3-2 win at the Mandamakers a little while back now. Castanaris and Toure, the scorers on that occasion. But we hope we can get a result against them, albeit it is away at the Ajax Arena, which doesn't bode particularly well. But we need to get a result if we're going to keep the old thing rolling. And then it's Atremitos, a Greek side, that we will play in the 3rd and halfway stage of the UEFA Conference League phase. Can we continue our good form in that as well? In both, come to that. Who knows? We'll find out in the next episode. I hope you will join me for that. If you do look forward to it, then and you've enjoyed today's episode, then please leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That'll keep you up to date with all future episodes of Going Dutch and our other series, bottom to the top, as they are released. And as I said, we have changed the cycle, so only 1 episode of each series per week now going forward. Which means that new episodes of Going Dutch will be released every Tuesday at 4:15 p.m. Going forward. And the best way of keeping up to date with what's happening and when on this channel will be to follow me on X at JustOffside2. That will keep you up to date with everything. And of course, as I said, we will be doing some more shirt videos, and also we will be doing some tactic videos as well. So watch out for them very, very soon. I'm just in the process of trying to get those all lined up and sorted out right now. Takes a little bit of work, but we will get them done, especially if we create a bit of time by only needing to put out 1 episode of each series every week. It gives us a little bit of time to do a few different things as well here on the channel until we know what's happening with Football Manager. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 62. Till then, bye-bye.